Hey guys, what's up? It's Oliver. Welcome back to another part of Featherbent. This is Arc 1, Chapter 2, and we're just gonna go right into it.
Later that afternoon.
Thanks again for making muffins with me. I don't know anyone else who has as many baking supplies as you do.
No problem. Where did you learn to bake like that anyway?
My dad, he loved baking. I wasn't that big into it, but I'm pretty sure he just used it as an excuse to spend time with me.
Aww, that's adorable.
Ingredients trade at a premium around here, though, since they're so hard to come by. Come to think of it, why do you have so many baking ingredients here anyway?
She loots, isn't that it?
I collect them.
Nice.
Yeah, like you said, baking stuff is worth a lot, so I collect them like I would any other treasure.
That's kind of weird, but okay.
Yeah, you sound a little bit suspicious there.
Well, I've left half the batch on the counter like I promised. I'm gonna get going before it gets dark out.
Did he tell her where he's bringing them, or
See you later.
did she even ask?
Bye.
Throwing a satchel over his shoulder, John takes a running start at Frisco's balcony before leaping over the edge.
What a goof. Huh?
Something on the floor catches her attention. Something John left behind. The treasure map beneath Frisco's feet carpets the nest, its depictions painted and handwritten meticulously. Frisco crouches to examine John's abandoned item. Oh snap, is it the feather? Between the detailed sketches of a landmark boulder and petrified tree stump lies a bright red feather. Yep. Oh snap. Choose your character. Well, we're gonna go Frisco first.
Nostalgia is the most curious thing. A dull sensation of longing that rides on the backs of memories. A profound ache when looking back on how things once were. When we were younger, a little more open, and a little less wise. Standing at the center of her nest, Vriska stares at the feather as if its existence mocks her own. Is it possible to ache for something you regret?
There's a knock on the banisters of Vriska's balcony.
Come in.
God damn it, the line is supposed to be 2 bits, not come in.
Yes!
That doesn't even make any sense. It's like you're not even trying to do a stupid comedy skit with me.
Hey, Strider. What are you doing here?
What, can a guy visit his favorite lady pirate without being interrogated? I wasn't expecting a Spanish Inquisition.
I really like Dave in this. I like his art style. I like his hair. I like his outfit. I like everything. Like, if this didn't look so difficult to cosplay, I'd probably do it.
When was the last time we even spoke?
I don't know. I've been hearing about you, though.
Oh, really? What have you heard?
I don't think what I've heard should be repeated in polite company.
Very funny.
Well, knowing Vriska, it'll be this.
I believe you have something for me?
Do I? Nah, I'm just playing. Here it is.
Dave pulls out a small square package.
I got you a CD, and if John asks, I totally didn't.
A CD? Isn't this a bit rich for your blood?
Hey, for your information, I didn't step foot in no marketplace. Holly put together a bunch of electronic shit for me to produce with.
Nice.
I know better than to ask that girl questions about where she gets her shit. This ain't just any old CD. It's my music on there, made just for you. Enjoy.
I don't have a CD player.
Yeah, you should probably get on that.
Dave leaves the package on a nearby table and motions to the bottle of wine sitting there.
So, now that we've gotten this token stuff out of the way, how about we crack open the wine and celebrate?
How about we don't? That's for celebration night, dummy.
Come on, 1 glass. No one has to know.
Everyone in the canopy got a bottle. Why don't you just open your own?
Hell no. I'm saving mine for celebration night. I would borrow some from John, but the understory dwellers always get the shittier vintages. Although they're not so much shitty vintages as they are basically fucking grape juice.
What's wrong with grape juice? A glint at the opposite side of Vriska's nest catches Dave's eye. Shoving his hands in his pocket, Dave strolls over to the far hidden corner of the room where an array of blades sits mounted on the wall. Wow, why am I having such a hard time reading right now? Sabers, daggers, machetes, rapiers, longswords, a claymore that he guessed probably weighs more than he does. All sharpened edges with heavy hilts and intricate sheaths. All stolen.
What?
Nothing.
You made a noise.
Just admiring the view.
Well,
Mine's better.
bullshit.
I like this. I like the fact that they have this friendly competition.
Scout's honor. Bro left his sword collection behind when he flew the coop. I've been adding to it ever since. You see, I've been in a lot of challenges, but if it's with a sword user, I get to jack their best weapon when I win. Booyah.
I bet your swords are all shitty knockoffs. A large bright blue sword stars as the centerpiece of the collection. A downwards pointing crescent moon serves as the pommel, and the point of the blade itself curves downwards on itself in a long sharp hook. Ornate, yet functional. It takes Dave 2 hands to lift it from the shelf. One wrapped at the grip, one at the flat of the blade.
Haven't taken this one for a spin in a while, have you?
It's for a special occasion.
I would never put you and swords together, though. I always figured you were more of an explosives kind of gal.
You remember that, huh? I dabbled when I was younger. Then I grew up and decided to put my efforts into something a little more sophisticated.
Uh-huh. And here I thought it was because your explosives just sucked.
Watch yourself, Strider.
Ooh. You want to be a test for that, buddy?
If you keep talking like that, I might just go ahead and challenge you for that pretty little nest of yours. And then where would you be?
Oh, snap. Dave tilts the sword until it nearly glows blue in the sunlight.
I would be approximately 1 sword richer.
I think it's time for you to leave.
Wouldn't you know it, I was just on my way out.
Dave rests the sword back in its space upon the wall.
May the sweet bring you to great heights.
Don't look down.
Hands tucked back in his pockets, he heads for Vriska's balcony. A blink later, and he's gone. Vriska puts a hand on her hip and sighs, rolling the stem of the bright red feather between her thumb and index finger. She chews the inside of her cheek, anxiousness rising in her gut. She would need to pay an old friend a visit. This couldn't wait until morning.
The Imperial Guards didn't let Vriska into the grounds at first. When she holds her arms akimbo and barks her name in their direction, they instantly make an exception. Powers when your name serves as a password. The most notable thing about Terezi's nest is the scent. The smell of the room is too many things at once. Old law books in the shelves, fresh ropes dangling from the ceiling, and the faded musk of chemicals, whichever chemicals she uses to preserve the massive snakeskins pinned to her walls. Terezi circles her visitor at a casual pace. A whole head shorter, her long, slender hands folded behind her back. Terezi cranes her neck and looks at Vriska up and down, evaluating from behind her blindfold.
Is Terezi blind in this, I wonder? I guess I'll find out.
Terezi carries the scent of her nest. Too many things at once.
Look who it is. I haven't seen you since the accident.
I doubt you've seen much these days. Man, will you stop pacing around me like that? You're making me dizzy.
What brings you out here in the middle of the night? You interrupted my beauty sleep, you know.
Come on, Pyrope. We both know you don't sleep. You're in full attire for Muse's sake.
Irrelevant. I know you're here for a reason, so spit it out already. I don't have time for you to dance around the topic like you usually do.
Oh damn, harsh aren't we?
What kind of trouble are you in this time?
Vehemently deny the allegation of trouble, change the topics to ask her about recent haunts, bring her down a notch. I'm ready for this.
Why are you getting all high and mighty on me out of the blue? Man, this position's really gone to your head. You used to be way more fun.
What's your point of reference for how I used to be?
When we were close. When we hung out and kicked ass together.
When we were 13?
Yeah! Now you're all paperwork and bureaucracy and capital punishment? What the hell happened?
Sorry I stopped playing dress up with you, I guess. The Great Scourge Sisters weren't gonna last forever. These things die. It happens.
You're the one who walked away.
Oh.
No, I'm the one who grew up.
Oh, shit.
If you want to spend the rest of your sweeps playing pirate, that's your choice. But take a step back and look where it's gotten you.
Where it's gotten me? Why not where it's gotten you? Remember when you were climbing your precious legal ranks and you told me you couldn't risk being friends with someone who was planning to raise as much hell as I was? I wanted to top everything recorded in the journal my mom left me. That was my dream. Not only to be like her, but to be a million times better. But I
Damn.
put all that aside to become a better person for you. No more underhanded shenanigans. No more trickery and mayhem. I even took a poor little orphaned perch under my wing. Taught him how to fly and everything, remember?
I'm assuming that's John.
Don't act like giving up your petty checklist of terrorism was for my sake. I was there with you when you took over your first ship. When we were dumb kids trying to play grown-up. You kept me up all night sharpening that stupid blue sword of yours. Remember? Rambling about how great it was going to be to get your first kills? But then you did it. And instead of taking the vessel, you burned it down until it sank to the bottom of the sea.
Oh, shit.
I could hear it in your voice. You don't like murder.
But you do.
It's not murder if you're killing the right people.
Right. And you're only doing it because you have to. I'm sure all of these dead assholes you've delivered justice to keep you up at night, haunting you with their screams and their cries and their twisted little faces.
I'm so sorry your violent slaughter of 5 innocent shipmates was so traumatizing for you. Please, tell me more.
I'm loving this, you guys.
You know what, Pyrope? One day you're going to fuck up too. You're going to fuck up really bad and wish more than anything you could take it back. But you can't. You'll see. When that day comes, I hope you get around to asking yourself if the woman you've idolized your entire life is actually someone worth emulating after all. I know there's a part of you that wants me wearing one of your pretty little twine necklaces. It's the same part that drove your mother to try getting one around my mother's throat.
Ooh.
But you can't do it.
Oh man, I bet that is sounding like quite the challenge there, Vriska.
No matter how much your sense of justice drives you, I'm off limits. As long as I stay out of your way. We're still sisters, you and I.
Yeah, as long as you stay out of my way.
Alright.
Why do you automatically assume I'm in trouble? Maybe I just wanted to come over and say hi.
You flew halfway across the canopy in the middle of the night to say hi.
That doesn't mean I'm in trouble. Seriously, when was the last time I was in trouble?
Probably yesterday.
Oh, I don't know. There was that one time you paralyzed a dirt wing.
Man, I come to you one time for help with a teeny tiny problem, and you refuse to let me live it down.
Paralyzation isn't a teeny tiny problem, Vriska. I hate to break it to you.
I said I was sorry. I said I appreciated all your help with that, and that I'm flying straight now. 100% for sure. Jeez, Pyrope, what do you want from me, blood?
Yes.
It was a one-time thing. It's in the past now. You don't have to hover over my shoulder waiting for me to fuck up. But thanks for the vote of confidence.
The red fabric around Terezi's nose scrunches as her brow knits together.
You're living in it right now, aren't you?
I'm just making use of what I won.
Ooh.
An illegal winning and an illegal challenge. It was an unauthorized duel. Unlawful. Unsanctioned. I could have had you strung up by the neck for an act like that. But I protected you, didn't I? I protected you by silencing him. And now that the sweep is almost here...
And now that the sweep is almost here, you won't have to worry about anything coming back and biting you on your lanky little behind. Relax. He'll be dead soon, and I'll keep my mouth shut, and no one has to know about any of this.
Whose nest did she steal? I'm really concerned now. Whose was it?
That isn't the point, Vriska!
I know. The point is I'm a terrible, horrible, irredeemable scumbag who doesn't deserve a sliver of your mercy. I'm sorry, alright? But you made the right choice.
No, the real point is you still owe me.
Oh.
Consider this repayment.
Terezi doesn't flinch when Vriska suddenly grabs her hand. Vriska takes the red feather from her pocket and pushes it gently into Terezi's palm.
Your little mistake from the past? Yeah, thought you should know he's still alive and kicking. What's it been? 3 years now?
Wait, so she's the one that managed to get Karkat down there? What? Terezi runs her fingers along the sides of the feather. Her next inhale is audible, and it swells beneath her chest.
5.
Oh, that's right. Silly me. 5 sweeps spent on the floor. Hell if I know how he lasted that long, but knowing his temper, I bet you anything he's absolutely thrilled about meeting back up with the legislacerator who turned him in. Should I get you two something to celebrate the occasion? Some snacks? A bottle of wine? A pair of vice grips to help you wrench out that knife you dug into his back?
Holy shit.
Is that all? If you're done antagonizing me for one night, I'd like to get back to sleep. I have a morning appointment with a lime wing I can't miss.
Man, I really wish you wouldn't refer to your executions as appointments. It's really creepy. But sure, see you later, Pyrope. Or I'll see you later anyway. Whoops.
Rude. Vriska takes her leave. Terezi, left alone in her nest with her books and her nooses and her wallpapers of snake scales, twirls the lone feather in her fingers. She twirls the feather and she grins.
Vriska didn't expect John to be absent from his nest when she dropped by in the middle of the night.
Vriska? What are you doing in my nest while I'm not here?
I was in the neighborhood. Thought I'd say hello.
How long have you been waiting?
Oh, I don't know. 6 or 7 hours?
Sorry about that. I was hanging out with a friend. It got late. I spent the night. You know how it is.
Ooh, who is this friend?
No big deal. Hey, I was thinking we should do something today. Like, take a day trip into the marketplace. I need to get a CD player, and you need to find an article of clothing that isn't blue.
My boots aren't blue.
Oh, snap.
See, already off to a great start. Let's go.
Sorry, Vriska. I can't today. I've got plans.
Man, that sounds shady.
With your new friend?
Yeah.
Alright. Do I know this person you're suddenly spending all this time with?
Why does it matter?
You know me. Gotta make sure you're not getting mixed up with the wrong crowd.
Well, you've been making sure of that for the past few years. I think I've developed a pretty good sense of what's right and wrong by now.
Says the guy talking to a random bird on the forest floor. Making his way across the room, John gathers up the largest satchel he owns and begins walking around the perimeter of his nest, packing away scattered bits of supplies and food.
You don't know this place like I do, John. This person you've met could spell trouble for you. Trouble you don't realize you've gotten into until it's too late.
Then it's my risk to take, don't you think?
No, actually, that's really stupid. Why are you being so secretive?
Why are you so interested?
Because you've been acting weird lately.
Because she's nosy.
You've been all hush-hush about who you're hanging around with. You spent your first night away from home and refused to tell anyone where you were or who you were with?
You sound like a mom.
How did you know it was my first night away from home?
You basically just admitted it to me.
Shit. Look, this is my business, not yours. You don't have to keep worrying about me all the time.
Man, can't you get it through your thick skull? Your safety is my business. This person is obviously a horrible influence on you. You should stop wasting your time with them.
John angrily shoves a box of cookies into his bag. No, John, don't break the cookies.
He isn't a waste of my time. And to be honest, I think you're less worried over me and more worried over what I might find out about you.
Oh, shit.
What?
Look me in the eyes and tell me you haven't been hiding things from me.
Well, excuse me for not divulging my whole life story to you.
Do you see why he doesn't need to do the same to you now?
So, you found someone who will reveal all my dirty little secrets. Is that it? Is that the reason why you find him so fascinating? Because he can tell you all about what a ruthless, horrible bitch I am? If that's all you wanted, you could have just put on some tea and let me talk about myself for 3 hours.
Vriska, I'm not stupid. Knowing about you and hunter culture in general, I always thought you were capable of some pretty horrible things.
I'll take that as a compliment.
The point is, I can understand that. It's not just the truth about you that you've been keeping to yourself. It's the truth about everything. Something big is going on in the strata, and you know it. So why can't you just let me in on it instead of treating me like a kid? Do you think I can't handle it or something?
That's exactly what she thinks.
John, listen. It's not relevant. It doesn't concern you. Information is power. I'm not going to put you in danger telling you things you don't have to know.
Then don't get upset at me for wanting to find stuff out for myself. This person I met, he's my friend, and I'm going to get to the bottom of all of this, with or without your help.
Yeah, you go, John. You tell her how it is. And you become an independent man who doesn't need her.
But I'm your friend too, aren't I? Why can't you listen to me when I say this isn't something you should be messing with?
How come you won't tell me why?
Because this is bigger than just you and me. And the less you know, the safer you are.
It's not your job to keep me safe.
It's not my job to willingly endanger you. You're welcome, by the way, ungrateful asshole.
John zips up his satchel with a swift, harsh movement.
Going off to find your oh-so-amazing friend again? Try not to get killed without me.
John's fists ball around the strap of his bag.
I don't want you here when I get back.
Oh, shit.
Don't worry. I won't be.
Wow. Wow. This has got to be like their first fight or something, right? John rushes out without another
The
word.
next visitor to John's nest doesn't bother knocking.
Yo, where's John at?
Of course he doesn't.
He ran off.
Alright, cool.
Wait, where are you going? Aren't you worried?
Not really.
Why not? You're his friend, aren't you?
I'll start worrying once worrying starts improving the situation.
See, that's fair.
He ain't exactly a hatchling anymore. Kid can take care of himself.
Friska runs a hand through her hair. She sighs heavily.
Something on your mind other than plundering booty circuit?
What do you do when you know a good friend of yours is about to make a really bad decision?
Mind my own business. Some people just gotta fuck up before they know what's good for them. Say your piece, hope for the best. Not much else you can do.
That's true.
Yeah, but what if on a long enough timeline, this decision will end up with him dead?
You swoop in, save his sorry ass before it even gets that bad, make yourself the big hero, and earn a lifetime of I told you so's in the process. But you know that already. Shit, you probably have the sword picked out and everything. So why exactly are you asking me?
Don't get flattered. I'm just used to talking in that general direction.
Sorry, but I'm not playing substitute Egbert tonight. I left my shitty black wig and wide-eyed naivete in my other cave. So, Egbert's gotten himself into some shit, has he? Guessing this has to do with the sweep?
You know about the sweep?
I have little birds that give me my information.
Do you think John will still show up to my celebration?
Are you afraid he won't?
Aren't you?
Fear is a rare emotion for me. I'm real picky about the situations I choose to bless with it.
You're a blessing, Dave Strider.
Fear's like a fine garnish. Use it sparingly and on things that deserve it. Nothing bad's happened yet. We just need to get him to show up.
If he shows up, he's safe. If he doesn't...
Then he's gotten himself into even deeper shit. I hear you. You got a plan?
I might. Do you?
I've been known to have a plan or two from time to time. I'm interested in hearing yours first, though.
Let's see. How can I make sure John will be at my nest during the sweep? Oh, I know. First, we find a giant basket. Next, we wait for him to come home. Then, when he isn't looking, we'll smash him on the head with a giant hammer and stuff him into the basket.
That's not.
And bring him back to my place. After that, we can snip his flight feathers while he's still unconscious so he can't go anywhere for the next several months.
Jeez, that's cruel.
And we spend the sweep celebration as one big happy pseudo-family laughing around a fire and getting drunk and listening to your shitty music. It's brilliant!
How were you planning to fit a giant hammer into Egbert's tiny-ass nest? I was just gonna ask him if he's still planning to go. Saves him a concussion and me a trip to Lalonde's.
Boring!
But effective. Points for creativity, though. Creativity and mild traces of psychopathy. I'll let you know how it goes. No cutting flight feathers while I'm gone.
I make no promises.
Dave raises his hand in a quick wave goodbye and heads back outside.
With Dave gone, Vriska looks back upon John's nest, now empty and partially scattered from the boy's recent rummaging. She tries to shrug off her yearning for a simpler time, but the sensation sticks, relentless, making her teeth clench and something sharp sink into her chest. The feeling of change, the expectation of chaos, the foresight of toppled aftermath once the first domino falls.
So basically what you're saying is shit's about to hit the fan?
On her way out, Vriska stands at the ledge of John's nest and looks up. What little she can see of the sky grows gray with rolling clouds. The butterfly has flapped its wings, and a storm is on its way.
Oh. Wait, do I not get to play John's? Oh, I do get to play John's. Okay, good. So, I guess next part will be me playing as John Egbert. Thank you for tuning in to the Vriska Circuit side of the story.